I think even if we paraphrase the title and we say the human element and marine automation, which is what more or less Jackie will speak about, if I'm not wrong, even if we theme it as the human element against marine automation, in conjunction with marine automation, as opposed to marine automation, we will still be touching upon the themes that will be covered today, which actually speaks of itself and reflects the diversity of our speakers, of our topics, subtopics, and the foundational, ontological, existential aspects of what we are about, essentially. So I'm privileged to be chairing this event because I think we will be touching upon everything that makes us who we are. But before I go into the identity of our conference and before setting the conference objectives for today, please allow me to thank two groups of people, because otherwise I will be appearing as being more efficient than I truly am. I have said that a couple of days ago to some of my colleagues. So first of all, a big thank you to our speakers, wonderful speakers, with all those variegated backgrounds who will enrich our lives today. And a big thank you to the Secretariat, Francesco, Adam, and the rest of the team who made everything possible today. So, ever since Belal and Adam asked me to chair this event, I asked myself a very particular question: what should this conference be about, and how are we going to set the agenda for the next one, given the fact that it's such an important, it's the biggest public event that IMEC has ever organized. So, we have to set the bar for the next one as well. So please allow me to use these three keywords as the defining characteristics of our conference, the ones that define the identity of this conference and will allow me to set the conference objectives for today. Controversy. A couple of months ago, we have been in Manila for some of our events and activities as IMEC. A great colleague of mine, I agree with him, and he lends me his label pins of IMEC because I normally forget them. Simon, was cautious about the controversy that this conference may generate, because we have different speakers from different backgrounds, themes that easily can go down into the road of opposing views. And I said, that would be amazing, that would be great. This is what conferences are all about. Conferences should be controversial. I'm not suggesting that Jackie takes the scissors that Belal gave here yesterday and we leave the room punching each other or killing each other, but given that we will keep basic principles of civil manners, I think conferences should be controversial. Why? Because we don't have the burden of the responsibility of deciding anything. On Monday, on Tuesday, we had to decide on so many things, and this decision-making is overwhelming because we are held accountable. We decide on behalf of others, and this is not easy. Conferences are the seeds of becoming and positive change. This is how I see every conference I have attended or organized in the past. And we have a unique opportunity to speak out and express ourselves, no matter how controversial these might be. So I strongly urge you to avail of the Q&A session, given our time constraints, but please ask questions to our speakers who are well-equipped to answer them appropriately and generate a discussion after that. The second one is legitimacy. Ever since I started in my other capacity as an academic to research autonomous operations, digitalization, automation, unmanned vessels, and all those fancy buzzwords, I got frustrated by a single observation. There was a heavy product focus in every discussion. Can makers do it? Can makers realistically create unmanned vessels? In marketing scholarship, this is called product management orientation, and it is the seed of failure. We need to understand the ramifications around a product orientation. We need to understand other things that will resource and support this product orientation. And nobody does it, really. We, IMEC, as the archetypical human resource organization in shipping, are well equipped and legitimized to do exactly that. The ramification, the human resource ramifications associated with these new developments, and we ought to do that. We have to. And last but not least, this leads me to the third element, which for me is an extremely important one. And I think some speakers like Claire will touch upon it as well. We never ask the question whether any innovation, such as automation advances, is useful, is valuable, and to whom. The word innovation carries positive connotation, and it is a buzzword that creates always positive images in our mind about the future. But we never ask ourselves about its destructive element. Innovation, in its Schumpeterian sense, the Austrian School of Economics suggests that this is creative destruction. It creates something new out of the ashes of something old. We have to destroy something in order to create something new. So we never ask ourselves what is being destroyed here by embracing all those automation advances. And again, this gives us a unique opportunity today to discuss all these possibilities, this negative, the dark side of innovation, the flip side of innovation advances. So, conclude. And based on those three elements, what I feel that these should be, what I feel should be objectives for today. On the one hand, our unique opportunities as IMEC to publicly discuss what is the value of human resources, what is the value of the human element, the role of the human element in the context of all the innovation advances, and to discuss the value adding. I'm not an anti-technology evangelist here. Of course, I welcome technological advances, but apart from the value adding, we need to discuss the value destroying potential of those advances as well. Thank you very much. Enjoy the conference.